Hey everyone, it's Betty Louise or Coach Betty. I'm the host of Green Think Internet Radio, and you're about to hear an excerpt from one of my interviews. Please check out the full show at womenonair.biz. That's www.womenonair.biz. Hope you enjoy it. I am excited to have Rosamaria Caballero on the line with me right now. Welcome to the show, Rosamaria.
Well, thank you for having me.
So she and her husband co-founded this company called Green Irene. And so my first question, you just have to solve one of the puzzles. How did you come up with Green Irene? Because you're Rosamaria and your husband is Peter, and I'm wondering if there is an Irene.
Well, I am the original Irene, but unfortunately Green Rosamaria didn't have the same ring to it as Green Irene did. But it was important to us to have a personality and a voice in what we were doing, and a friendly voice, not a corporate sounding entity, looking down upon everybody, but rather a peer, a friend. And so we came up with the name Green Irene.
Oh, I love it. And it is. It's very, very catchy. So you are actually the Irene disguised in Rosamaria.
Yes.
All right. So this is about eco-consulting. So you actually provide services, I saw, for homes as well as businesses. So tell us a little bit about what you provide with the eco-consulting.
Well, there's really two parts to it. One is that although we started the business as eco-consultants, our goal from day one was to empower people across the country to create their own eco-consulting businesses locally. We feel very strongly that it's a grassroots local effort, and so we help people. Currently, we have about 400 eco-consultants in 45 states. And we provide the training so that they can go out and become eco-consultants in their communities.
Oh, wow. That is so cool. So you are in 45 states. And where are you locally? Are you in New York?
We're based in New York City.
New York City.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've started this here. There's a bit of a domino effect out there. You're training people. So do you have like a training program?
All our training is done online. Again, part of the reason of the green mission, we don't want people traveling to have to go take training classes. We do it all online, self-paced, self-scheduled. So if somebody's up at 3 o'clock in the morning and they want to do a module, they can be our guest.
Oh, yay. Oh, I just love that. And that's right in line with what I do, too. I'm an eco-life coach, and I don't want to put anybody on the road. So I love that. I also noticed that you have this real walk your talk philosophy. I was reading on your website, you and your husband said, well, if we are going to be out there talking about this, we are going to be living it too. So I'm curious, what inspired you what were you seeing, feeling, hearing that made you want to do this, Green Irene?
Well, it started with really trying to adopt some of these green practices in our own home, and realizing that it could be difficult and painful unless you made it a hobby. Unless you were willing to spend hours researching and figuring out which CFL bulbs to use and which is the best low-flow shower head and, all these different products, that people weren't going to do it. And as a result, there's a very small group of people who are going green and really going to, what they call the dark green, and a lot of people that were talking about it but weren't doing it. You would see top 10 lists of, ways to go green, change your bulbs, do this, do that, but nobody was helping people implement those changes. And we experienced it ourselves, having to go to, the local hardware store 5 times to figure out which CFLs would work and still not coming up with good solutions. So we came up with the idea of helping others in their own home to adopt some of these green practices, show them how they could save money by adopting these green practices, because that's a transition that's really just started, where people are learning, people who wouldn't otherwise consider themselves green or wouldn't otherwise be taking green steps to become green are adopting some green practices because they realize they can save money.
Yeah, I know. That is something that I so want to get out there with this show, because I think a lot of people feel like, oh, it's just more money, more different light bulbs that cost more, and they don't realize that in the long run, they're actually saving dollars. So that is, I'm really glad that you guys focus on that. What exactly do you mean by dark green?
If you like what you've heard and want to get more information about how to be green, sustainable, conscious, check out womenonair.biz. That's www.womenonair.biz. Stay tuned.